this book is very much written, I think, in a kind of, in a sort of public broadcastery kind of voice. Yeah, I think it's just, I don't know, it's just the way I guess I write at this point. Well, the Bible stories too, I mean, were like, some of them were stories that I've written versions of for This American Life. Turning them into stories for the page was fun in that I was able to have like more digressions, and because you know when you're writing for the radio, you're assuming that people are like listening to you while stuck in traffic and yelling at their kids in the backseat and stuff like that, and you're kind of competing for their attention in that way. So the way that I was taught radio when I started working at This American Life was to constantly be keeping people from turning the station, and so you're constantly presenting, literally like it was broken down into a formula of like every 15 to 40 seconds you're constantly presenting a new enigma or a new joke or something like that. And with writing, I think I was able to get maybe a little more ambitious because I knew that people were just focused on the book, hopefully, and were, you know, giving it their undivided attention.
And is there a sense of freedom from, I mean, with the radio you've got a very clear amount of time that you need to fill with a column, you've got a word count. A book can be anything from 90 pages to 10,000. Is that part of it, just, does that change the way you approach it? Just knowing that you have, as you're saying, their attention, but also just more room to... Yeah,
I mean, when I was working on this thing, to be honest, I kind of, like, if I had my way, the book probably would have been like 40 pages. And my editor kept on saying, like, we can't sell a book that's like 45 pages, you know? So I don't know if that's me. But yeah, subsequently, I think like we just kept on, we bargained, you know, like I'd say, let's take this out, and she'd be like, all right, that's the last thing. So I don't know, like the last few times that I went through it, I felt like it was the right length, I guess, you know?
At what stage in your life were you feeling comfortable that you would actually look at your parents and rather than maybe someone who would be very embarrassed and would never say a word, but you really turn it into something that's very special? And at what point did that happen and how did that happen?
I don't know specifically when that would have happened. Yeah, it's really funny because the road to getting there is not all, it's not all like, you know, chortles and chuckles, you know. But yeah, I think like I'm reminded of something that I once heard David Sedaris say, where he said that like if he knew what an enterprise like his family would become, he only wishes that like they would have just been more insane.
I'm just wondering how you strike a balance between things that are drawn from your experiences in life and also playing with things that are fictional, so almost that interplay, that balance between non-fiction and fiction with either the radio show and also the book here.
I don't know. I think it's just like a case-by-case kind of thing.
Is everything open season, or are there things that,
no.
that you're just going to not ever use in a comedic way or use for this?
Yeah, I mean, I would be, the truth is, I would be very worried if, I mean, I remember when my first book came out, and I had a conversation years later with an ex-girlfriend who felt like I had used stuff about her, and I just felt sick. I felt bad. I wished that I hadn't even written the book. At my launch, I was very concerned that my sister would be insulted in any way, and I actually started rewriting a lot. Not that there was anything bad in it, but I was just really trying to anticipate her sensitivities and stuff, and I can respect that, you know.
How much, I mean, here the introduction and the afterword are very clearly written in character. How much of that is a, you know, is a character of Gregor, and how much is the real deal?
He is, it's funny because in advance of, he came to my launch and I wanted him to read the preface, and he was asking me whether he should be in character or whether he shouldn't be, and I was like, I got news for you, you're really not that different.